about a mother who's not very caring and good to her daughter, her one daughter, her youngest, and it seems like she just always has a problem with her daughter, and this is like about their struggles together and how everything comes to blows. In this scene, I decided to do my last one, which is scene 9, and the characters in this one is Mimi, Amanda, Jasmine, Kara, Jake, and Rachel. And this is like how my scene is, my whole play is like wrapped up on this one scene, and how you learn a lot of things from everything, and enjoy. Yeah. Sorry, I'm talking loud.
Oh my God, Jazz, you really have to let me have this one.
Mimi, you're not getting any of my new shirts that I only bought 2 weeks ago.
Okay, fine. Well, then can I sneak a peek at your old shirts and see what you might be willing to give up?
Alright, fine. But nothing purple because you know that's my favorite color to wear.
Thank you, Jasmine.
What's with you and stealing Jasmine's shirts, Mimi? It's never jeans, jewelry, or shoes. Just always shirts of all types and colors. Except purple, of course. Jasmine never give away a purple shirt of any kind.
Amanda, please, don't talk like you haven't. Just a month ago, you were digging through Jasmine's closet for a shirt to wear on your date with Chris. Plus, we all know Jasmine has the best style, and I have a hard time finding shirts I like in stores. So, sue me.
You got me there. I never understood why Jasmine would rather be a doctor than a clothes designer or a stylist. I've told her this time and time again, but does she listen to me? No. I think that this move is the only thing that I wanted Jasmine to do, that she has gone along with.
Hey, I wanted her to move into Jake's too. So, don't think this was only your idea. I knew that he asked her before you did.
Yeah, well, that was...
Hey, you guys know I'm in the room, right? And I didn't decide to move out because you guys or Jane told me to. I told you guys I would leave and I was ready to. And here I am, fully ready to move on.
Yeah. I wish you would have decided on this before the kids would get out of hand. Your mom hated you.
Well, that's life. I see my mom for what she really is now. She can't be helped because she doesn't want to be helped. I wish I would have listened to you guys before, but I didn't. I had to learn the hard way, but it was a lesson worth learning. I won't make the same mistake again.
Rachel walks into the room with an empty box. Knock, knock. I got another box for you guys to fill up with Jasmine's junk.
Hey, my stuff is far from being junk. You're the pack rat around here anyway.
Yeah, well, I'm guilty as charged.
You're right. Why don't you make yourself useful? Take this box to the car, please.
All right. Hey, Jazzy, I'm really sad to see you go, but I never got a chance to tell you that I think this is a smart move. I wish you would tell me what made you want to do all of this all of a sudden. Last time I checked, you wanted to move in July.
I just felt that it was time for a change, Ray. That's all.
Okay, then. I will help. I will help Jake with the rest of the boxes outside.
You didn't tell Ray that your mom hit you?
Nah, Ray is real protective of me, like the brother I never had. I felt if I told him, he would curse out my mom like Jake did, and he would have to find somewhere else to live before my mom got a chance to call the cops.
Yeah. I like Ray a lot. He most definitely would have cursed your mom out.
How much trouble was Jake in when you told him you knew he went to see your mom behind your back?
Well, he does kind of still think that he's in deep water with me. I am still pissed off, but he really was just trying to protect me in the end. I was wrong of him, but I still love him. Fortunately for him, he'll have to continue to suck up to me. There won't be any Will Smith movie nights for a while. That's his punishment.
Yeah, right. Like he wasn't already a sucker for you before the fight? That boy has always had it bad for you. Everyone can tell you guys will last a hell of a long time together.
That's the fun.
Kara knocks at the door. Hey, Ray needs more help with loading of the van.
All right, come on, Amanda. Jasmine, you stay here and finish packing. We'll be right back.
Okay, tell Jake to put my backpack in the front seat. I felt it was stuff I don't feel like spending time with for later.
So, you're leaving.
Yep, what does it look like?
Look, Jasmine,
No, you look, Kara. I don't have the time or patience to sit here and hear any more of your crap, okay? So spare me.
and you weren't going to. I just wanted to say that I'm sorry for the way I've been treating you all these years.
Wow, why the sudden change of heart? Is it because you need a babysitter tonight and you know I was saying no before you could even get your party outfit on? I love CJ with all my heart, but I refuse to let you use me and I get nothing in return, not enough respect.
That's not it at all, Jasmine. I thought long and hard about what you said about us being close and me treating you like shit all the time.
Yeah, it's because you're a bitch who doesn't care about anyone but herself.
I guess I deserve that, because that is what I have been towards you. Look, can we talk?
I don't have time to.
We can pack and talk.
Jasmine stares at her for a second, nods with approval, and they start packing me up.
I went through our old photo albums. I just sat there and cried because you are so right. I know why I started treating you so differently.
And what is that?
It's because I'm jealous of you, Jazzy. I'm jealous that you're so smart. I only made it to community college, and I had to drop out because I got knocked up. Because you and Jake are so much in love and will probably stay that way forever. I met and hooked up with Ray at a frat party in my freshman year, and even though we love each other now, it still hurts and bothers me that we only came together from an unexpected pregnancy. You and Jake had that high school sweetheart romance I always wanted for myself. Because you're so loved by others, which is what I used to have before I changed. And you have Jake, of course, and your friends, Dad, Mom.
What are you talking about? I haven't seen Dad in over 7 years, and if Mom loves me, she has a hell of a funny way of showing it. I know that you know she hit me last night, not a push or shove. She slapped me dead across my face. Back when she used to show love for me, she used to say, Jasmine, don't let anyone hit you in the face. She said it's one of the most disrespectful things a person can do to you. She probably doesn't even remember me telling me that.
Yeah, I know. When I said I'm jealous of you and Dad, I didn't only mean the fact that he wasn't my real father. He always treated me like I was his own. Well, except one time. It was the first time I felt the emptiness of not having a father. And I'm not talking about when he left for good. That was the second time I felt that hollowness.
And what time are you talking about?
Remember the night of Mom and Dad's argument when he stormed out and you never seen him again?
Yeah, what about it?
Well, that wasn't the last time I saw him. He came back to the house a week later to get more of his things. You were spending the night at Amanda's house at the time, and he and Mom were arguing again in the kitchen. They didn't know I was listening to their conversation. I heard him tell her that he found someone else and that she was more woman than Mom could ever be.
I always thought he left her for someone else. I couldn't come up with another reason for him to leave.
Well, that's not the worst part. Mom told him that she knew all about his whore and fake business trips. The woman's name was Sydney, I believe. Dad was real surprised about that. She reached behind herself and grabbed a pan and tossed it at his head. I almost ran to help him, but I knew I had to hear more. I had to understand why he was leaving us. Mom started screaming that how could he betray her, his daughters, after 15 years of marriage? And how could he do it all with a white woman?
Really? Oh my God, that would explain why Mom always hated the idea of us bringing home a white guy. Then I did just that, and you know how that turned out for me.
Yeah, Mom was furious with him. She said she knew for a while and figured he was just getting his feel for freedom from such a long time of being married. But leaving her and his family was just too much for her to handle. Then my heart crushed at the next thing Dad said.
What did he say?
He said that he wasn't going to leave his family behind. My heart jumped out of my chest that he might not turn his back on us, but I still wanted him to stay with Mom. He told Mom he would be taking his daughter with him, that he would be taking you with him, live in Chicago with him in Sydney. That's why I hated you so much for all this time, Jazzy. You really did nothing wrong. I was just so bitter that the father I always knew didn't want me. And the father I didn't know didn't want me to come live with him like Dad wanted you to do. It was all just too painful for me. I just let all my feelings come down on you, and I'm so sorry for that.
Jasmine hugs Kara. I'm sorry too, Kara. I understand now. I don't know how I would feel in your shoes. I'm just happy we can get past it all. I love you, sis.
I love you too. Mom shouldn't treat you wrong because of what Dad did either. But she has lots more to get past than I did.
I know, and even if at this moment she came in to say sorry like you did, I don't know if I could get over her hitting me. It was just a final straw for me. One day I know I will get over it, but not anytime soon. I love her, but I need to get away.
I know that. We can still start working on getting us back to the way we used to be, right?
Of course.
Jake pokes his head into the room with a smile. Hey ladies, let's get a move on it. We don't want to hit traffic on the road, Jazzy. Are you done with that box there?
Yeah, babe, I'll be right there. I'll bring it when I come out, okay?
Alright.
I gotta hit the road, Kara, but we'll definitely talk later, alright?
Wow. It seems like you're the big sis and I'm the little sister. You're moving out, going places, really living life.
Yeah, well, I did a lot of growing up at some point in my life, I guess.
Looks like I still got some growing to do.
So I'll call you after I get settled in, okay?
I would love that. And Jazzy, I think Mom will come around with regrets and wanting to get back what y'all once had too. I feel like she just has a long way to go. I know for a fact she loves you. She is too gone at the moment. She is too gone at the moment. You have to give her time to see her ways. I'll do my best to help her through it while you're gone.
You're probably right. It's just going to take her some time to see she has a problem. Take one step at a time.
Go.
Okay, so my play is a murder mystery called What Happens in the Dark. And right now there are, how many people do I have? 7? So our characters are Fernando. My cast is mostly guys, so it was I had to cast a lot of women as male parts. We have Officer McGillen, right here is Cody. Adam is Rachel. Tiffany is Xavier. We have Xavier, not Xavier, Alan. That was Xavier. We have Girl and Suzanne. The only reason she's Girl is Girl has one line, and I felt she needed a little bit more, so I gave her Suzanne. And then reading my stage directions is Jamie. But right now what is happening is this is the first act we're going to be going through the first 3 scenes. Going to go through those. And you're going to get a feel of where the story is going. Right now when they start, they're all going to be on stage and they're going to be meeting up. So, enjoy.
Chris, what scene is it?
1 through 3.
Alright, just 1 through 3.
A group of about 15 people are standing around on the stage. Fernando is in the center addressing everyone.
I would like to thank everyone for coming out tonight and braving the conditions. It's been raining hard all week, but I felt as director it would be wrong to cancel our first rehearsal. Now, I'd like to go around and have everyone introduce themselves and the parts they will be playing. Alan, how about you start?
Oh, well, I'm Alan, and I'm
Sorry, everyone. Alan is a little bit shy. Alan will be my assistant on this production. If you have any questions, you can ask either me or him.
Yeah, I've got one. Can we just start rehearsing? I didn't come here to make small talk. I came here to act.
Well, I guess, since Xavier wants to be impatient, I would just introduce the rest of the main cast myself. you have already met Xavier. He is the murderer in this production. We have Adam. He's the protagonist of this play. Last is Suzanne. Suzanne will be playing Adam's love interest. She gets...
Who gets kidnapped and blah, blah, blah. I mean, we all should have read through the script, Fernando. We're just introducing people, not giving full character breakdowns.
Xavier, will you please stop interrupting me? This play production doesn't revolve around you.
Go die.
Now, like I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted. Suzanne's character is Adam's love interest. She becomes kidnapped and Adam sets out to save her. Everyone else is either a victim and or an extra. Now, we should get started. First, let's...
Power goes out. Girl 1 screams and falls to the floor. The cast huddles around her. Dim lights come on.
Thank God these emergency generators came on. Now, is everyone okay? What happened to her?
Fernando moves over to the girl sobbing in Adam's arms on the floor.
It's fine, she's okay. She's just extremely afraid in the dark.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go out to my car and get some flashlights for my emergency kit. If you haven't noticed, we have lights, but they're still very dim. I will be back in a couple of minutes.
Exits.
What if the generator goes out? I don't want to be in the dark again.
Shh. It's okay. Fernando's going to get his car to get some flashlights. I'm sure the power will be back on in no time. I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
Act 1, Scene 2. Everyone is sitting around the stage, some in groups, others pacing by themselves. We see Adam sitting with Suzanne.
So, what do you think of the script? I love it personally. The detail's fantastic. Whoever wrote this is a genius. What do you think, Suzanne?
Yeah, it's good, I guess. What time is it?
It's about 8:15. Why?
Well, I mean, Fernando's been gone a while. I guess I'm kind of worried. I think somebody should go and check on him.
Well, I'm sure he's fine, but I'll go check.
Begins to walk off stage when a frantic Alan runs in.
Help! Help! Somebody please help!
Enters, hits center stage and falls to his knees.
What's wrong with this guy?
Alan, what's wrong? Alan stays kneeled, bowing his head quietly. Alan?
Alan slowly turns his hands, sobbing, showing his hands covered in blood as well as his t-shirt.
Alan, what happened?
What happened was...
Blackout, flashback. Alan is now in a hallway by himself. The lights are out on the other half of the stage to hide the rest of the scene. His cell phone rings and he answers.
Hello? Fernando? You need a hand? Okay, well, I'll be there in a second.
Arrives outside and sees Fernando standing by his car.
Fernando! Hey, Fernando!
Alan is now next to Fernando, who's standing facing away from him.
Hey, Fernando, I'm here. Fernando? Fernando!
Grabs Fernando by the shoulders, who proceeds to fall to the ground. His neck is covered in blood from a slit throat. Alan leans down, trying to shake Fernando awake.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Alan stands up quickly and runs off stage, back to the present.
So he was just standing there, dead?
Yes.
All that blood on you. Oh my God, Alan. I think I'm going to throw up.
Putting his hand on Alan's shoulder. Alan, I'm so sorry you had to see that, but please, for everyone's sake, go clean yourself up. We'll talk more about this later. Alan stands up and walks off stage, staring blankly at his hands. Xavier, can I borrow your cell phone? Mine's kind of, well, dead.
Sure. Xavier hands his phone to Adam. I wish it was the only thing that was.
Placing phone to his ear. Hello? Yes, 911? I don't know exactly how to say this, but would you please send an ambulance and police over to the New Hampshire Theater? There's been a murder in the parking lot. Thank you.
Hands phone back to Xavier.
They're on their way.
What do we do now?
Yeah, I'm not just going to sit here and wait to get murdered.
Xavier, calm down. You're not going to get killed. No one here is going to get murdered.
Really? How can you say that? Fernando is laying dead in the parking lot right now.
I know.
Can we please just stop this?
No, am I the only one scared to death that there is a killer running around? The killer could be anyone, and they're just waiting to make the next move. And we're just standing around like nothing has even happened. We're practically sitting geeks.
You're saying that the killer's one of us, Xavier?
Yes, it could even be you.
What did you say?
Xavier getting into Adam's face, saying very slowly. It could be you.
I can't believe you. You think I killed Fernando? How dare you accuse me of this?
Adam, calm down. He said it could be you, not it was you.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was him, though.
What did you just say?
Stop it.
Whatever, I'm leaving. I don't need this.
Exits. Now the cast is sitting around the stage. Some are pacing and some are sobbing. Alan walks in, not covered in blood anymore, but obviously still affected.
Hey, what happened? I heard yelling when I was watching all the pauses. Stares at floor, quickly remembers he was talking. But I saw Xavier leaving the stage. He seemed pretty angry.
I'll tell you what happened.
Adam and Xavier got into an argument shortly after you left. I mean, everybody has been a little on edge since you found Fernando.
I know. It was just so awful. There was so much blood.
It's okay, Alan. It's not your fault. Just calm down.
Officer McGillen and 2 other cops enter on stage, escorted by a cast member.
Hello, everyone. We're from the New Hampshire Police Department. We received a call not too long ago about a murder in the parking lot. May I please talk to whoever placed the call?
That'd be me. Walks over and shakes hands. I'm Adam.
Hello, Adam. I'm Officer McGillen. I'm leading the investigation. Now, do you know if anyone has left?
Looks around the stage. No, we're all here. We're all a little too scared to leave with the killer on the loose.
Well, that's good news, because now I have some bad news for all of you. The bad news is you're all suspects and will have to stay here.
What?
We can't stay here.
Well, I'm sorry, but we can't allow you to leave until we have an alibi for everyone in this show. Depending on how long this investigation takes, we will provide all the necessities.
To officer. Are you positive all of this is necessary?
I assure you and everyone else that we are doing only what is necessary. Now, my officers here are going to walk around this and start gathering alibis. I will be walking around and investigating, looking for clues. Adam, can you please show me around?
Sure I can.
Adam and Officer McGillen exit stage right. Everyone stands around. A few are talking to the officers, others are pacing nervously. Xavier speaking at medium voice to seemingly no one.
I can't believe that I have to be stuck here with all these people, especially that Adam guy. I bet he did it. Sliced up Fernando's throat and he was just waiting to get someone else. All I am saying is that I won't be next. I refuse to lie down and die without putting on a fight. But I'm also still not sure about that Adam kid. He freaks me out, being the only one to find the body. His story seems far-fetched. I guess I'll keep one eye on him too.
Xavier, are you okay? You seem to be talking to yourself.
What? Oh, Alan. What were you doing listening to me? You weirdo, get away from me. I don't want to end up dead in the parking lot like Fernando.
Alan gives a shocked look and the impression of trying to speak but not able to form words.
Get out of my way.
Pushes Alan out of the way and exits stage right. End scene.
Not too much, but what happens after that scene is, next scene is pretty much Adam and Officer McGillen walking around stage, and Officer McGillen is trying to get an idea of what's happening here, what they're doing, what show they're playing on, and he sort of finds out how the killer is working his way to these murders through the play, because the killer is taking all the ways he's murdering people out of the play. And later on you find out who does it and how it ends, and ta-da!
Hello, my name's Rachel, and my play is called From the Heart. My play is about a young woman named Anna, who is in her early 20s, who's played by Taliqua. Her and Bennett, who's played by that young man right there, Zach. They are hopelessly in love, and the scene before, they find Anna falls on the ground while they're playing a little board game, and you find out that they're very in love in the first scene. In this scene coming up, they're in the hospital figuring out what's wrong with Anna and how to fix the situation. So the characters are Avis is not playing anything, she's just reading the stage directions. Cody is the Dr. Falmer, who's the doctor of Anna. Shamie is Mary, who is her mother, who is Anna's mother. Chris is Jim, who is Anna's father, and Zach is Bennett, and Sleeper is Anna. So.
The setting is in a hospital room. Anna's mother, Mary, and her father, Jim, are in the hospital room. Anna is lying on a bed, unconscious. Dr. Falmer enters.
Hello, my name is Dr. Falmer, and you must be Mrs. Anna Polinsky family.
Yes, that's us. I'm her mother, Mary.
Mary and Dr. Falmer shake hands.
I'm her father, Jim.
Jim and Dr. Falmer shake hands.
Nice to meet you.
So what's wrong? I mean, the most we were told was that something was wrong with Anna's heart. I mean...
Well, it seems that she has a heart disease. From her test, it shows that she has had this disease for quite a long time, possibly since she was born. Her doctors must not have seen any problems with her heart, and she might not have shown any symptoms.
What? What could cause this at birth?
Well, smoking or alcohol abuse can cause heart malfunctions to the fetus. Did you smoke or drink at all while pregnant?
Well, yes, but very early on in the pregnancy. I didn't know that would affect her this bad.
Jim embraces Mary comfortingly. Jim sits down with Mary in his arms.
So, what's going to happen from here?
Well, it is obvious from her test results that she must, unfortunately, have a heart transplant. We'll have to find the right heart for her first because, well, your daughter has a special place for her heart, so to speak. It's very different. Odd, really.
Dr. Farmer to room 315, please. Dr. Farmer to room 315.
Well, if you will excuse me, I will be back shortly.
Yes, thank you, doctor.
Thank you.
Dr. Falmer exits stage right. We hear screaming off stage. Bennett and a nurse rush in. Bennett is holding light pink roses.
I am her boyfriend. I have a right to see her.
Only family is allowed to visit right now.
No, it's fine. He is family. He's with us.
Okay, sorry for the inconvenience, sir.
Thank you.
Jim, I think Anna is waking up.
Anna slowly wakes up from her sleep. Anna turns her head to see Bennett and smiles. Bennett rushed over to her bedside.
Oh, Anna, how are you feeling?
Dizzy and a little confused. Where am I?
The hospital. They told us you fell and the ambulance had to come and get you. They ran some tests on you to see what was wrong.
Oh, Mom, what's wrong with me?
Well, sweetheart, the doctor said that you have a very serious heart disease. You're going to need a heart transplant.
What?
Don't worry, it'll be fine, Lunch Jim.
Okay, well, what time is it?
About 8 a.m.
You were here all night? You must be exhausted.
We are fine. We will stay as long as you need us.
Thank you. But you both look very tired. Go home and get some rest. Really, please go home and sleep.
Are you sure you're okay here? By yourself?
I will stay with her.
Okay. I love you, Anna.
I love you, Lunch Jim. We'll see you tonight.
Love you both, and thank you.
Jim and Mary exit stage right.
Do you need anything? Water? Something to eat? I'll get anything. Name it, I'll do it.
No, thank you.
Well, I got you these.
Bennett hands Anna a bouquet of light pink flowers.
Oh, they're beautiful, Bennett. What do, like, pink roses mean?
They mean, in this case, sympathy.
Well, thank you for that. Every time you give me roses, it always means something more than just a gift. It shows me what you feel.
What could possibly be funny?
Do you remember the time after we made love for the first time and you gave me a bouquet of red roses and I asked what you got me red, why you got me red, and you said they meant...
Job well done. Are you sure you don't need anything else?
No, just stay with me.
I will. Everything will be okay, and I will make sure of it.
I hope so. I sure do hope so.
Blackout and the scene 3. Act 1, scene 3.
Well, we're not doing it. It's here.
You said we were.
And
You know
scene.
what?
Get over my nerve.
Hi, I'm Tiff Ramos. We're doing 2 scenes for my play. It's called Tears of an Ungrateful Child. My play is basically about an abusive mom who is a drunk, and she more abuses her older daughter than the younger. However, her younger daughter also gets verbally abused. Kind of just speaks for itself. We have Taliko who's playing Leanne, our abusive mom. Megan's playing Anna, which is the elder daughter. She's 16 years old. And Ray's playing Rose, who's about 6. It's actually stage directions. Enjoy.
Act 1, Scene 1. Lights go on. It is a cleared stage aside from Leanne, whom has Anna by the hair, screaming in her face. There is an unseen knife on the floor.
I want this damn house clean by the time I get home.
Throws Anna, releasing her hair and stumbles off the stage, mumbling over her shoulder.
Stupid bitch.
Anna is lying on the floor. She pulls her knees to her chest and looks in the direction her mother has just walked out of. After a moment, she begins talking, looking at the bruises.
Ow.
Looks at audience with a sad and scared, however, calm look.
It was never like this. Every night I'd get a kiss. Now I'm lucky if she says goodnight. And stirred up inside me is all this fright.
Painful moan, sits Indian style, slowly gaining energy.
It's been 6 years since I've lived without fear, every day getting beat. Sleeping in a basement with nothing but my little sister's body heat.
Slowly standing, her anger rises as she does.
The pain, it's thriving, yet I continue striving. I'm sorry I'm not the daughter, the one that you long for. You used to love me.
Throws her hands up as if giving up.
Yes, I used to be. So I pray every night, but she's still out of sight. And so I close my eyes. I quiet my cries. I then ignore the yells. I creep into my shell. Huh? I swear I don't mind. In truth, I act as if I'm blind.
Looking down and shaking her head, lifts her head and is fully angered.
However, it's impossible for a child that's unlovable.
Touching her chest.
With scars on my heart, it's a muscle that's torn apart. There's no place I can be.
Throws hands up again.
No place I can be free. Of a goddamn mother who no longer loves me.
Takes a moment to calm herself. Begins talking again, shaking her head in obvious grief.
And so I take it in. I confess for her sins. Dear Lord, make her stop drinking. God, keep her from sinking. Jesus, make the pain go away. Bring my real mom back to stay.
Kneeling on the floor and picking up the knife. She stands after a moment looking at the knife, twirling the knife and smirking.
I really can do it on any given day, all the while. Self-defense is all I have to say. You know,
Pause, looking at knife and continuing to twirl and observe it.
I wish things were different. I wish she'd care. I wish I could tell her how I feel.
Hugs herself and winces in pain as she touches a bruise. She shrugs.
I wish I would even dare.
Drops knife, terrified by her words. Lights out. Act 1, Scene 2. Lights on. There is a knock, and then Rose runs on stage and into Anna's arms. Anna slightly winces.
Hiya, baby doll. How was school?
Turns toward stove and begins throwing food. Rose taking her backpack off and placing it on top of the table. She turns around and pouts her lips.
Mary Beth threw a rock at me in recess today, and she wouldn't even let me sit with her for lunch.
Turns to quickly look at Rose.
Rose, how many times have I got to tell you? Those girls are bad news. You should really stay away from them.
Sending Anna a scolding look, but decides to brush it off.
Well, Anna, I can't do that. They're my friends.
Anna looks at Rose with a disapproving look and turns back to the stove. A short pause goes by, and neither girl talks. Then Rose bursts out in excitement, pulling a sheet of paper out of her backpack.
Oh my goodness, Anna, look! Look what I drew in art today!
Leanne walks in, mockingly Rose meanly.
Oh my goodness, look what I drew in art today.
Back to her normal voice.
Let me see that.
Snatches paper away from Rose, looks at it, and lets out an exaggerated laugh.
This is just about the ugliest thing I've ever seen.
Pulls out the chair clumsily and sits. She nods towards where Anna is standing, still looking at Rose, who looks as if she may cry.
How about you make yourself useful and get me a cookie?
Crumbles Rose's paper and laughs. She gets serious, mocking Rose once again.
Oops.
Laughs. Anna turns around and glares at her. Leanne gets up, throwing her chair back, angrily screaming.
What? Got something to say? Go ahead, say it, goddammit. I dare you.
Walks around the table and gets in Anna's face.
Damn whore. Stupid slut, say something.
They stare at each other down for a moment. Leanne grins, shaking her head,
Of course you wouldn't. I'm out of here.
walking away.
Chicken shit.
Both Anna and Rose stand on stage, neither saying a word for a while, then quietly but still looking at the floor.
Get out your homework.
Rose glares at her, not moving. A little louder in an authority-like voice, but not screaming,
I said get your homework out.
angrily.
Why do you let her talk to you like that?
Anna continues to look at the floor.
Why, huh? It isn't fair. You shouldn't let her talk to you that way, you know? It isn't fair.
She turns to walk away, but Anna grabs her by the arm and pulls her into a hug. Rose immediately starts crying.
It isn't fair. It isn't fair.
I know, baby. I know.
Pulls away from Rose after a second and looks in her in the eye, holding her by the chin, voice crackling, fighting tears.
Don't worry yourself over this. I'm gonna take care of you. You hear me? It's me and you till the end.
Pulls Rose back into a hug after a short pause.
Okay, hon. Why don't you go watch TV while I cook? You can do your homework after we eat.
Okay.
Walks off stage. Anna picks up a chair and walks to the center in front of the stage.
I watch each sunrise, alive, much to my surprise. I gaze at the sunset, knowing I'm no different than a disowned pet.
Leanne walks onto the stage from the side, staying to the right of Anna.
But I live my life, I pray each night, hoping all along for the end of my life.
So I hit her a couple times. Doesn't really matter. She's mine.
Pause, then continues hesitantly.
Ha! Have you ever felt too trapped to XY? Forever being shushed by this super silent help? Some kind of outside force speaking for you, and you realize what it's trying to do. Take only things you have left away from you.
With acceptance.
See, the thing is, I'm just another broken girl in another broken home
Shrugs.
with another broken family.
I'm looking, but I just can't find the thoughts I'm thinking, my crazed up mind. And so I dig deep in my heart, only to find it's torn apart.
Rose walks on the stage from the side, standing opposite side of Leanne, next to Anna,
By a man I thought loved me.
angrily.
I was all I could be. Still, yet still, he messed around.
Disgustedly.
Sleep with every lady in town. I was not good enough. And when I told him I knew, he tried to get tough. Can you believe it?
Sadly.
The whole thing's total shit. I remember the first time I hit her. I remember what it was for. A week after the day he left me, when little Anna asked me for her daddy, I tried to explain he wasn't coming back. And when she said she wanted to go with him, I snapped. She wouldn't quit crying, but I didn't stop trying. I just didn't understand why she didn't want mommy, and why she was still crying for daddy. It was like a muscle spasm, and when I caught that tantrum, I couldn't hold it in anymore. And that's when I hit her.
Gazing off, as if reliving the moment,
Then she hit the floor.
earnestly.
I couldn't take it, and that's when I started drinking. Slowly, I started sinking, and every day that she grew, in me I knew. With daddy she wanted to be. Screw mommy.
Shrugs.
Screw me.
I never met my daddy. Thinking about it just makes me sad. I remember when I asked Leanne about him. The look in her eyes, an anger so dim, a fear so deep, one huge secret to keep. But as far as I saw it, it quickly faded away. I just don't understand why Anna and I stay. Me and Anna should just leave. Leave and let Leanne be free. We're better off that way, so tell me why. Why do we stay?
I stayed because I cared. Because I didn't think it would be fair. However, I'm sick of my mother. I don't see why I still bother. But I'm done with her. Because I don't think I can handle it much longer.
I realized how deep a hole I've gotten myself into. The whole situation has got me blue. I'm not gonna lie though. To drink away the pain like so, it feels so good. But when I drink, I'm unstoppable. My anger is unsolvable. So I take it out on her. Because every time I think of that night, I tear. My daughter doesn't want me, and so I'm the meanest mother I can be.
Lights out, end scene.
Go down the line?
I think Chris should go first.
Okay, so I will start. This is actually my second time doing the Philadelphia Young Playwrights, and I feel like this time was a lot easier because I have a lot more words in my vocabulary to use. But also, I think I understand life a little bit more to be able to write that out. The thing that I felt was different about this play and was, one, I went for the murder mystery whole kind of scene because that's what I've been really into for some reason. But some of the things that I took in were you don't always want to go for the obvious answer because then sometimes the obvious answer is the best, but sometimes you just want to throw that curveball and be like, oh, why did he do that? Oh my God.
We want to say it like that.
But that was something when we'd be in class and we'd go over scenes, I enjoy getting the feedback from other people and seeing how they would write it or seeing their points of view. So overall, it's just a big learning experience and it's good because I want to finish revising this play and I might want to write another one in the future. Rachel?
I think what I tried to learn from this, and I was really successful with this, was that I want to be an actress when I get older, and I wasn't sure how it was going to be behind the scenes, like scripts, being backstage and everything. So really writing a script and just making up your own characters is a lot more difficult than I expected. I mean, I knew it wasn't going to be easy, but I didn't know it was going to be as hard as it was. And I think what I really learned from it is that you can, as a writer, you can pretty much do whatever you want, and that's something that, I don't know, I feel is really, really cool. You can make any character you want, you can do anything you want, you can write anything you want, and that's just something that feels really good, and I definitely am going to revise my play, and if I don't win this year, I'll try again next year, and then I'll keep trying, and I'll keep trying to be what I want to be, and right now I also, if I'm successful with my career, then I also want to write when I can.
I always liked writing stories already, like, and everything, and then, like, I never wrote a play before, but I knew, like, I already had to write stories all the time when I was younger or whatever. I stopped doing that, but then the play thing was really cool to me because you had to write dialogue in there and everything, and then for Miss Jamie to come in and Ms. Zumo to give us, like, advice, and then, like, our other fellow students who would give us advice on our plays to make it better. I thought that was really helpful and cool because even if you didn't like something, the class could help you, and then they can bring ideas to your mind that you didn't even think of, or a twist, or something of the other, and I thought that was really helpful to the writing, and I really thought this project was really cool. Even when Ms. Zuma told us about it, I was like really excited to do it, and I just had all these ideas just come out of nowhere, and I wanted to write it all down. But you have to sometimes slow down what you're writing, because if you put too much information, it just gets lost. And so sometimes that's another thing that you have to learn is to what's a good idea, and what you need to take out. So it's always chopping up your play, but it's really about what you want in the end. And I had a lot of fun doing it.
I guess I'm kind of a mixture of all three. Like Christopher, I have also written plays in the past. They weren't very good, but I tried my hardest. Unlike Rachel, I'm actually like the opposite. I want a career in writing when I get older, and so I decided to take a theater class so that I can see what it's like to be on stage and to be not behind the scenes for once. Don't like it much. I really agree with Talika on the fact that having my peers read my writing and having all the positive and negative feedback really, really helped. I think it was really good for me because I normally don't share a lot of my writings, and it really helped me come out of my shell. I love to write, and I think at first I kind of felt like winning the competition would be the best thing to happen, but I realized that actually finishing the play and doing this was the best thing because I loved it.
I'd like to thank Miss Jane.
Yes.
Yeah, girl.
She was like, every class we were like, is Miss Jamie gonna be here?
Yeah.
We love her that much.
Jamie's gonna be here.
And I love you, Zach.
Yeah. Excuse me, she paid more attention to us. Whoa. We're
Okay,
important.
we're still on camera. So let's close this out.
No, Jamie, would you get up and
Aw.
say anything?
Okay. Hello. Hello. I'm Miss Jamie, and I was asked by the Philadelphia Young Playwrights to come here at 7:55 in the morning. For anybody in the theater business, that's crazy, right? So I live in Delaware, so I leave the first day, and at 6 o'clock or some crazy hour, and I'm driving, and I'm thinking, I can't do this. I can't do this. I'm an artist. I can't do this. And I get here, and I see these guys, and I'm in love. In 30 seconds. 30 seconds flat, I'm in love. So every other week I'm driving, I'm like, I'm gonna get to see the kids. So I want to take this opportunity to say something to each person that's here, each of the kids. Okay, I'll start here with Rachel. I want to say, Rachel, you're amazing. And I learned from you, and I'm so impressed by your perseverance, your dedication. I mean, you know what you're doing. She is like, I want this to be a career, and there's no doubt in my mind that you're going to have everything you want in life. And you've given me something because of that. Taliqua, who I couldn't pronounce your name, so I called you Jonesy. I want to say that I admire your courage. We only saw an excerpt of your play, but Jonesy chose to write about something, give voice to something that a lot of people feel and just don't say. And I want to say that I got courage from you. So thank you. Tiff, just like with Rachel and Jonesy, I have to say that you also had courage, but you also have this level of imagination and vision for what your play is. What you didn't tell everybody is she wrote this in poetry. So the fact that the lines were rhyming was very intentional. And I think you not only chose to write about something that a lot of people are afraid to talk about, but you did it so poetically. So that was just really amazing to me. Chris. Chris, you have this like amazing sense of humor, and you wrote through some, I mean, this year was great, and sometimes it was kind of tough. And I was amazed that you wrote through it. Like, if it was a good day, you were writing. If it was a bad day, you were writing. You just kept writing through it. And if you keep doing that, it can heal you. You know, just keep writing no matter what. I got a lot of strength from you. So, Chris, it's strength. Megan, you're amazing. You're like a born-again director. You walk in a room and you organize everybody. You're a great actress, but I mean, you're in the room saying, did you cast? Did you get the stage directions? But what scene are you doing? And it comes naturally. You're so organized, you organize me. And Zach.
Zachary.
Zach.
Her prodigy.
I like to think you're all my prodigy. Zach, you're an amazing actor. And Zach confided in me one day that he does it because he started to do it because there was someone very important to him that he wanted to do it for. But I have to believe that somewhere along the line you fell in love with it. And that's what you remind me of every time I talk to you, the love and the passion for the work. And I want to tell you, don't stop. So you might have started it doing it for somebody else, finish out doing it for you. And I'll be watching. And Miss Zumo. Miss Zumo had a tough year health-wise, and it took us a while to connect. And she came back to class and hit the ground running. I came in expecting to see this frail, and she just hit the ground with 20-hour days and was putting up a show and choreographing and everything. And you're just amazing, and you're a role model for the classroom. I mean, not only do you teach and you know your stuff, but you bring this passion to it. So it's really been a privilege for me to be here with you guys. And I told you the first day I love you, and I meant it, and I love you even more now. So thank you. I love you all. Mwah!
I came to dance.